fresh off the success of HBO Max's The Penguin, we are here for another preview review, except today it will be a DC animated show, the official trailer for Creature Commandos. If you're new here, just follow along, you will figure it out. Let's go.
General Flag, you found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Ooh, Rick Flag's getting old.
Oh, princess.
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to skip this first time.
The United States is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
What are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
Congress said we can't use human prisoners.
I already have notes.
These assholes aren't human.
Neither are you, Amanda.
Who is she? We call her the Bride.
I was born here.
Who's Jason and the Argonauts?
It's Dr. Phosphorus.
Why are you doing this? It's business. What is that thing?
The weasel. We know it has
No
what it takes to
shot.
survive.
You got the weasel
It's
back.
Nina Mazursky.
Daddy?
Last one is G.I. Robot.
Cheers to the Tin Man. I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero. Not like that.
And Frankenstein,
Let
huh?
me find out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina.
Ooh.
Shish kebab.
Love the song.
You're always so hyperbolically
Very
violent.
James Gunn right
You
here.
need therapy. You wanted monsters. You got monsters.
December 5th.
He's not a Nazi, G.I.
Okay. What a list of names. We'll go back through that. All right. What was that? December 5th? Is that what they said? Gonna go back to that. December 5th for Creature Commandos. Now, I got a little ahead of myself and started pausing through our first run. But you know the game now, gang. Those of you who have been here before, it's time to go back frame for frame and figure out if this trailer did a good job and decide if we actually want to watch this show. Maybe we'll watch it and discuss it together right here on dDweeb.
General Flag, you found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
I will say two things right away. Amanda Waller, what is it? Is it Viola Davis? She has just owned that role. No matter what version, whether it be the shitty Suicide Squad or the slightly less shitty Suicide Squad or now this, like, she just is Amanda Waller, right? I think despite everything else they keep getting wrong, that part is probably right. And the other thing I was going to say is I totally expected this to be Flag in bed with someone's wife or something. Just the way this started. She's like, you found yourself in the middle of an incident. And then, boom, it's a bedroom. I was like, oh, okay, we're going for the adult animation right away, aren't we? But no, this, the vibe I get from this is it's kind of trying to cash in on the current popularity of things like Invincible and The Boys and the Boys animated series that has tied in. There's an audience for this now, for the violent superhero animated series stuff. And it just, this really feels like an Invincible spinoff a little bit, like even down to, which is hilarious, right? Because even down to the characters, as I was going to say, which is hilarious because, you know, Invincible, much like The Boys, like these are spinoffs of DC and Marvel, the stuff that already existed. So I find it funny, even though these guys probably got here first, it feels like an Invincible ripoff to me so far. But let's get back into it.
Oh, princess.
I mean that in the animation
The United
more so than the
States is in
story, of
business
course.
Saving the damn world by any means necessary.
But G.I. Robot
In the holy
makes it
hell.
hard not to draw Invincible.
Congress said we can't use human
Embarrassing.
prisoners. These assholes aren't human.
Isn't she just the worst?
Who is she?
We call her the Bride.
I was born here.
I can also say how much I hate these parts. Generally speaking, I wouldn't mind something like this in a trailer when you've got to introduce some characters that nobody knows anything about. Maybe, okay? Maybe I'm wrong here. Let's hear me out. Let's think this one out loud. To me, if the group on its own, if the concept alone isn't enough to draw people in, you're not going to do it by having a roll call throughout your trailer. It just seems odd to me. Like, oh, we call her the Bride. We call this one G.I. Robot. Who's that bag of nails? Oh, well, that's the contractor. I don't know. Clearly, there's a reason I haven't written any superhero stuff, all right? But I don't know that character introductions are a good way to draw people in. And again, when you already have Amanda Waller and you have Rick Flag, and then you have the same actress doing the voice for Amanda Waller, you're drawing so many Suicide Squad references and parallels with this project already. Maybe don't have the trailer remind me of that first shitty Suicide Squad movie where they did this very thing, right? They said, oh, he's the Boomerang Man. He can do what he can, rob banks or whatever the hell. This guy, the one that really cracked me up was I can't remember his fucking name. The dude who tries to escape right away so that the audience can know that the bombs in the neck do work. And he's like, this guy's name is Riptide. He can climb anything. And I'm like, dude, that is a dumb, this is dumb. Don't introduce all these characters like that. If done sparingly, it could be cool. And that was the problem with Suicide Squad. They had this dark, gritty movie by most reports. And then they tried to lighten it up. And they hired an editing team that mainly had done music videos before, if you didn't notice that, to kind of do a once-over. And then we got this just horrible amalgamation of just trying to sound and look cool. It was the epitome of sizzle over steak, and then the sizzle wasn't any good. And then you still had thousands of nameless and faceless clay fighters. I'm supposed to be talking about Creature Commandos, damn it. I say all that just to say maybe I'd have gone a different route than introducing every character here. Because again, to repeat the point, I don't know that any of these characters are popular enough for somebody to say, oh, sweet, dude. Except a nerd like me. I am the exception, not the rule, I would think. Were there other Mary Shelley fans out there that were hyped to see that Frankenstein is making an appearance? I don't think your average DC fan is going to be like, oh, hell yeah, bro. We got the Bride of Frankenstein up in this bitch. Yeah. So again, none of these guys are draws on their own, except for maybe Weasel. Which again, quit drawing Suicide Squad parallels. I don't know if that's the IP you really want to be reminding people of.
Who's Jason and the Argonauts?
That's Dr. Phosphor.
That's Dr. Phosphorus. Great name. No, 0 notes.
Why are you doing this? It's business.
But again, if I don't know Dr. Phosphorus, you can just show me his powers. That's pretty cool. I don't need to. You managed to give me this dude's whole origin story in the trailer. It's just business. Like that. that's probably a pretty cool detail for us to unpack together along this ride. Now I already know it. The show's not out for 3 more weeks. I don't need to know this. I should be asking myself, oh, bro, Dr. Phosphorus, if you are going to lay this out for me and give me the goddamn, you're going to take attendance instead of teasing this out, then yeah, leave me something to guess. Oh, how'd they get this Dr. Phosphorus guy together? If you want to do this Watchmen knockoff scene here where he's in the science vault, fine. But you don't have to show the greedy businessman.
What is that thing?
The Weasel.
Weasel. You know, I'm glad to see the Weasel back.
We know it has what it takes to survive. That's Nina Mazursky.
An Atlantean, huh? Okay.
Last one is G.I. Robot.
Now this dude just seems cool. It's like Iron Man meets Captain America, but he's just a robot. I'm into it.
I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero.
So we have Eric Frankenstein, okay?
Not like that. Until we find out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina.
Oh, so she has got to stay in water. That makes sense. Okay. S of T. What the hell does that stand for? That's a pretty cool shot. All right. This is an even cooler shot. That, you know, this is where I say, you know, it drew the Invincible, or to draw a non-animated comparison, The Boys aesthetic, where it's like, oh, okay, we want some of that visceral superhero stuff, and Marvel's not going to give it to you. So this is an opportunity here for it, but we'll see.
Shish kebab.
And then he completely incinerates him here. Yeah, I mean, this part gets me pretty excited about it, thinking like, okay, there could be some cool stuff to see. By God. I want to get that as a painting. Put that in the office.
You're always so hyperbolically violent.
Oh, I see. It's like they did a thing where the commentary in the dialogue, it could actually be a comment you're making about the show. I get it. It's
You
clever.
need therapy.
Well, hang on now. If that wasn't just the best shot in the whole thing, not this weasel nonsense. Hang on. We're going to have to be quick with it. Oh, and there it is. Look at that. I mean, sold, right, gang? Come on. I think there's a third cat on top of his head. You just can't see it too well. I think those are, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just maybe can't see it as well because I got the light glaring down on me. A cat man, G.I. Robot, is also a responsible pet owner. Look at this. Oh, is this Clayface? The most replayed. This is either people really want to see Weasel tear into stuff, or they also want to know if this is Clayface. Oh, and he's got flag in his arms right there. You can't see it. Here, let me move myself for half a second. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. It's behind me. You can see there's a club there. So I do think that's what this is. I think it's Clayface. Boosh.
You wanted monsters.
Is there going to be a weird love story between G.I. Robot and the Atlantean?
You got monsters.
Another just neat looking shot to me. get that? The way he runs through them both. Oof.
Die, Nazi.
There you have it, gang. December 5th. This comes out on Max. As we mentioned at the start, their last DC program did very well. I think the final episode of The Penguin was rated a 9.7 out of 10. And we will use at least one of those numbers to rate this preview right here. I'm going to give this bad boy a 7 out of 10. Towards the end, the quick cut crescendo didn't really have the crescendo, really. It just had, instead of a crescendo, they did like the record skip. Kind of the same thing, I guess, for all intents and purposes. That part brought me back. I won't repeat the whole spiel about why I think listing off all the characters wasn't necessary, and just padded this. It was a 2.5-minute trailer that, of course, included some unnecessary information. If you're going to make it that long, chances are you might reveal a little too much. But generally speaking, I thought it highlighted what you should be expecting from this show. So again, if you're into the over-the-top violence that an animated show can provide as opposed to live action, that seems to be the vibe. Also, if you're a fan of Suicide Squad-esque team-ups, you know, we've got the Thunderbolts coming as well on the other side of things here. So I think, generally speaking, they did a good job, just not a great one. So that's why this preview review, we're giving this a 7 out of 10 for Creature Commandos. I will very likely be watching this, so let me know in the comments below if you think this is one we should cover on the channel here. Maybe it's just something I bring up every Monday. We can talk about it briefly on our live stream at 6 p.m. Eastern, the weekly dweeb. But if there's enough interest, I will be more than willing to carve out a little section of the dweeb corner here and devote some time just to this show, just like we did with the Penguin and Agatha all along. Speaking of that, we have completed our run discussing Agatha all along. Might have one more recap wrap up with James, but go check out the stream I did with Headbug to discuss all of that. And keep an eye out. We still have to finish talking about the Penguin. So there will probably be a mix of pre-recorded, uploaded videos and a live stream to send us off. But it sounds like they are already talking about season 2 of the Penguin. So if you enjoyed that, be sure to subscribe, because we will continue to talk about that program a lot in the overall Matt Reeves Batman verse. So there you have it, folks. Once again, thank you all for watching, especially if you are here with me until the very end. You are the best, one of the GOATs out there. So wherever you are, whatever time it is, we hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and you take care out there, mon frères. Later, dweebs.